Good morning, everyone. I hope you are enjoying and benefiting from the audio and video classes organized by your school. We hope that you learn and understand better with each progressing class. Now, this is class 10th English class. In the first class, we read A Letter to God from the book First Flight, which was chapter number 1. In the contents of First Flight, after the first chapter, we have two poems, both of which are written by the great poet Robert Frost. The first poem is Dust of Snow. Before I begin reading the poem line by line, I would like to introduce to you the poet Robert Frost. Though he is such a great poet who needs no introduction, still for your sake I would repeat about him to you. You have read his poems in class 9th, which were quite meaningful, easy to comprehend, and very valuable to grasp the meaning in real life. Robert Frost is an American poet. He was born on 26th March 1874 and he expired in England on 29 January 1962. He spent his childhood days and most of his life in both these countries, America and England. Now, he is famous for realistic depictions of the rural lifestyle of England in his poems. He reaches his readers through his own personal experiences, and in his poems, he discusses complex social and philosophical truths and realities of life. Now, Robert Frost is such a poet who has been awarded the Pulitzer Prize 4 times, the Congressional Prize, and various other prizes and titles. To your surprise, he was nominated for the Nobel Prize for Literature 31 times in total. This was about the poet Robert Frost. Now about the poem Dust of Snow. Dust of Snow is a very small poem. It has 2 stanzas of 4 lines each, which states that it is only an 8-lined poem. Now, to read about the poem, I would like to tell you about the setting of the poem. In the poetry Dust of Snow, the landscape of New England is beautifully depicted. The poem consists of 2 stanzas, as I have already told you. Each stanza is made up of 4 lines. The entire poem consists of 8 lines. The setting of the poem is set on a winter's day. The incident that the poet describes is when he was walking under the hemlock trees. Hemlock tree, the name of this tree comes from a tree which is found in England, from which poison is made. So hemlock tree here refers to a poisonous tree which does not give any positive vibe. That is what the poet intends to, not give any positive vibe in the beginning of the poem. So hemlock tree is in his courtyard or outside his home. The poet is moving through those trees, under those trees, and he is not in a very happy mood. Now, all of a sudden what happens? There is snowfall. Snowflakes are all gathered upon the treetops. A crow comes and sits on the top of that hemlock tree. When the crow sits, suddenly coming after a flight, sits on that tree, the snowflakes, the small particles of snow which had accumulated on the treetop, fall overhead on the poet. Now, when those snowflakes fall, that is a break for the poet. A break means a break for his mood, which was not very good, which was a depressing mood in the first stanza. Now, after this fall of snowflakes which are so small that the poet feels there are some dust particles falling over him from the tree. So this fall on him changes his mood and all the vibe is turned upside down. Now, line by line, if I read the poem, the way a crow shook down on me, the dust of snow from a hemlock tree. Hemlock, I have told you, is a poisonous plant with small white flowers. So the poet says that in the sudden way that the crow came and he shook down on the poet. What did he shook down? The dust of snow, the flakes of snow, which were like the small particles of dust from that hemlock tree on the poet's head. That's all. That's the first stanza. After this fall of snowflakes, what happens? What is the change in the mood of the poet? In the next stanza is explained. Has given my heart a change of mood and saved some part of the day I had rued. R-U-E-D, rude. Rude means which I had held in regret, which I had already wasted. So he says that fall of the snowflakes over my head has changed the emotions of my heart. There is a change in my mood because of that fall of the snowflakes, and it has saved some part of the day which I thought would be wasted because of my negative mood. But because the beauty of the nature that came and rested over my head in such a subtle manner, I was forced to change my thoughts and to think positive, to see the positivity in life. And this is how my mood from depression to optimism was changed by that dust of snow which fell on me. If I talk about the central idea of the poem, it is that even a small experience in life can change one's mood. The crow, or the shower of snowflakes falling on him because of the crow, moved him, changed his experience. He was feeling depressed, but the shower of flakes gladdened his heart. They helped him overcome his negative thoughts. So, this is all about the poem Dust of Snow. There are three questions given at the end of this poem when you finish the reading, which we will be again discussing on our WhatsApp group in the audios, and you will be asked to maintain the notebook for the same after discussing and setting the proper answers. That's all about Dust of Snow. Thank you.